So I've got to ask this now. What's in the Esky? What are we drinking?
We've got Geelong's finest, Geelong's own Furphy, brewed here at Geelong at the Little Creatures.
Oh, magic.
Not
Excellent.
a, not a bad drop.
I'll have to. I don't know. I'm in Wellington. I'll have to have a taste now. What's your favourite band? What gave you that? No. What gave you that influence to fucking pick up an instrument or to get on the mic or what?
Look, it was like I said, as a kid, I started playing. I started playing when I was like 11 or 12, mate. Primary school, we had to choose between recorder or guitar, so the choice was quite simple. I chose to get my guitar laying around, and I picked up the guitar and I went and took that to school. But in terms of playing and writing the stuff that we do, I think that's probably more what you're looking for. And I really love Aussie punk rock. I love the Psychos. Friends of Rom's probably my fucking favourite band. Let's face it. Yeah, I'd rather say a Melbourne band, but Friends, you got to pay it to Friends, don't you?
Yeah. Are you Australian?
Yeah, I'm Australian, mate. Yeah, my dad was born in Liverpool,
Okay.
but yeah, I'm Australian. Yeah.
It's just the accent, but that's cool. I interviewed a Canadian band not long ago, and that was brilliant. Um, so as a live act, who do you think is the band? Have you played with Friends of Rum?
I wish.
Oh, okay.
I wish. I often said when I formed this band, if one day we get to support Friends of Rom, that'll be it. I'm fucking done. I'll be happy with that. But we've actually supported some international acts, but we haven't been lucky enough to get on a Friendsville fucking lineup just as you.
Yeah. Well, my my wife and I, we bought a Staffy fucking 10, 15 years ago, and its actual name was Frenzy. It was like it was the best dog. And my missus is not in the punk music, but she reckoned that was the fucking name. She goes, I love it. Frenzy. I mean, they're a brilliant band. Have you seen Nick Dougal's work with Me First and the Gimme Gimmes?
Not so. I've seen video of him playing with them,
Yeah.
but that actually reminds me of a gig I went. I rocked up to a gig in Brisbane when I was up there. Yeah, I was living in Toowoomba for a couple of years of all places, and fuck, Lagwagon was playing in Brisbane, and I had a mate on the sunny coast. I said, I'll meet you in Brizzy. You something to do? We'll go out. We'll catch up. We'll go see Lagwagon. And we rocked in there. Lagwagon take the stage, and who takes the fucking stage with Lagwagon? It was the Doctor. It was the Doctor from Frenzell. Apparently, Lagwagon's guitarist got crook just before the tour, and they fucking rang the Doctor and said, "Can you do it?" And "Can you learn this fucking set list in like 48 hours?" And the motherfucker did it, and he smashed it fucking note perfect, of course. What a boss!
Oh, no, it's beautiful. The Australian punk scene itself is fucking amazing, but the actual punk scene in general,
Yeah,
like, it's one big happy family, you know. Like I'm going back from like when I first started getting into punk. It was about '83, I think, and
right.
and that was my girlfriend at the time. She said, "Look, I want to get your hair cut, your hair done." And we went to a fucking hairdresser. I've got a perm. She permed me. and it was like, oh. So I'm walking down the street with a Clash t-shirt and a fucking perm, and I'm thinking, like, and a pair of Dr. Martens. I'm thinking I'm just like really uncomfortable at the moment. You know what I mean? Yeah, like the punk scene since like the Sex Pistols to me, their attitude was punk. Their music definitely wasn't. But the punk scene from the 70s, late 70s onwards, it's just been such like you got DD Ramone playing for GGA,
Yeah,
on the it's just like yeah,
it's very sort of yeah, it's very much a community, isn't it? And it's a global fucking community. Um, we've been getting. I'll give him a plug while I'm on, mate. See me t-shirt, Punk as Fuck Radio.
excellent.
That's Paul Hammond in the UK.
Okay.
That's his radio station, and he's been playing us, and he plays bands from all over the fucking world. And he's been playing in the Esky. Like, we're not even getting played in fucking Melbourne. But this dude in
Right.
the UK loves us, and he's plugging us. Like, he's played us half a dozen. He played us this morning, actually. Yeah.
Magic. Magic.
Yeah.
What do I do to get on? Am I able to get onto that station?
Yeah, it's a digital fucking platform. What's the oh, my phone's outside. It's just Facebook it,
Yep.
Punk as Fuck Radio, and you'll get it. And the one of the coolest things that he does is he builds a fucking cumulative set. What do you call playlist?
Hmm.
It's the only playlist you ever need, man. It's got that much cool shit.
Excellent.
He does a 2 hour show and he plays at least 50 songs a show. Doesn't talk a lot of bullshit, just plays good music. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll
And
have
he
to have a
plays
look at
us.
that. I'll have to have a look at that. Yeah, I know now. If you were to play at a festival, what would be your favourite lineup at a festival? Who would you like to be stay with?
Fuck, dude. That's a big one.
Yeah, it's a kind of a question.
It is a
Yeah.
kind of a no, it's a good one. I talked about the Aussie bands. Your stalwarts like Frenzal, the Psycho, and there are so many more. The list goes on. Most my early influences were actually Yank bands, American bands, and from that sort of hardcore scene that hosted lots of Black Flag, the Circle Jerks, eventually Bad Religion, fucking suicidal. That
Brilliant.
shit really got me hooked. The Dead Kennedys, that stuff really got my favorite band is probably the Circle Jerks. To
Yeah,
be
yeah. I can agree. They're not my favourite band, but I love them.
mm,
I dig listening to them and everything. For sure. And you're saying like the suicide tendencies. I remember seeing them at Byron Bay at the Warp Tour. I can't remember which year it was. Maybe the late 90s or something. But it was them, it was MXPX, and fucking a shitload of other bands. But they're
bullshit
amazing.
lineups, eh?
They are fucking amazing live band. Like, if I was in a band, backing up Suicide Tendencies would be my. I need to come right. You know what I mean? It'd be my fucking.
Pinnacle, yeah.
Stuff.
Oh, gotta love Suicidals, and the perfect sort of crossover of metal and punk rock. Fucking rad. Yeah, the energy of it, love it. Fucking yeah, we sort of we dig that about those American hardcore bands. That fucking balls to the wall fucking energy. Yeah, that's really influenced what we do and how we go about it, particularly live. it's catching up with me, but fucking I'm still going. And so Pennywise, mate, and I'll tell you what, talk like bands that are still going. Pennywise, man, we fucking love Pennywise, and they certainly influenced my songwriting, you know.
Yeah. I've seen Pennywise that many times. It's unbelievable. And I started getting the shits with them. They just, at the end of the gig, they do Stand By Me and Bro Him. And
Every
it's like,
time.
fucking think of something different to finish it. Bro Him, yeah, fucking nice. Bro Him, that's the end of the gig fucking song. Like, every time I've seen Pennywise, they've been the headliner, you
Yeah.
know? And like, and they're headlining bands that I thought were 10 times better,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But they always end up with those two songs. And I wish they'd do like maybe a cover, like, well, they do the Land Down Under, maybe do that. And then, have you guys got a cover that you like playing? That,
We um we haven't traditionally done a lot of covers, but we've found that people have been suggesting that we do. Like people have been asking for it. We've played some Guttermouth. We were doing a Guttermouth cover. I fucking love Guttermouth too. We were doing a Guttermouth cover early days, and then we stopped doing covers. And I'm bringing back. We used to do a Bad Brains cover, and I'm bringing that back.
which Bad Brains were you done?
We were doing
Eye Against Eye?
no. It's a fucking B side. It's Don't Bother Me.
Okay, excellent. Because, sorry I said that, but like everybody that covers fucking Bad Brains do Eye Against Eye. And
Never heard anyone do Don't Bother Me, and I reckon we do a half decent job of it. So
excellent. So I'm hearing, have you got, is there much coming up or?
obviously, for obvious reasons, man, we haven't fucking played in the last 2 years. Um, we played one gig in the last 2 years. That's it. For obvious reasons, what's going on down here. Yeah, and we haven't toured. We haven't toured interstate. We haven't played interstate. The band actually started in Townsville. I started this band in Townsville, fucking like 16 plus years ago. Since then, we've moved. I'm originally from Geelong area. Moved back home. Decided I could keep the band going. So I'm actually the only original member of In The Esky.
Okay.
The current lineup though is by far the finest it's ever been. I've got, we've got my brother Woody. He's on bass. We've got our younger cousin Paddy. He's lead guitar, and we've got our cousin to another mother, Jazzy, who I hope will be with us today. He's not yet arrived. Typical drummer. I don't even call him a drummer. I call him drama.
Yeah.
But so the lineup's solid, and we like to go. We relish the opportunity to go up to the Big Smoke in Melbourne and play, which we have done a fair bit, and looking forward to doing some more up there, particularly with the EP launch and that. We like to go up to Geelong and play, and we like to go out regional Victoria and play as well. We've done a few in Bendigo and places like that.
Yep.
We eventually definitely want to fucking do some touring. We got our mates in Sydney, Speedball. They've come down and played with us a few times, and we've looked after them when they've come down. And we fucking love Jet and the guys from Speedball. So look forward to getting up and hanging out with Speedball, doing some Sydney shows as well.
Boys have been around.
Kids, Jack's 16. I just had to run into Geelong to work at Macca's. He's just started his first job. And Little Ruby's 10. She's just found earlier. Yeah. 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 Oh yeah, yes, man. Yeah, absolutely. They're throwing up around it. Shit. Some people might frown upon that, but I don't think I say anything. I don't think I say anything in my lyrics that I wouldn't be happy to say to kids and then maybe explain why I'm saying it. You know.
Look, you got 14, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds, the whole actually, you've got them, and they're listening to this shit. Like, what's worse? You know what I mean? Instead of, I'd rather, but I've got to go to sister, and she loves the Anju, and she's only 12 years old, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she gets in with chocolate nephews.
Right.
Listen to that. I'd rather her listen to that than sit there going, yeah, fuck nigga, and fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, absolutely. I know what you mean. My daughter Ruby, she's her favourite band is the Beatles, and I couldn't be happier with that.
Wow.
You know, none of her friends listen to it. She's going around, mate. Yeah, fucking good.
Yeah. No, that's it. Why did you want the music? Like, I want to get the girls, I want to be on stage and just fucking make shit. I want to give the fucking the crowd something to believe in. What was your from? It made you want to be a music?
I grew up, mate, surrounded. I grew up listening, like my kids, I hope, you know, they appreciate, they've grown up listening to good music. I grew up with my old man's record collection, and it was Zeppelin, it was fucking the Beatles, it was fucking Alice Cooper, it was, you know, good rock and roll music, you know. And when I picked up the guitar and I found that, well, I'm actually reasonably good at this, I just couldn't get enough of it, man. It was like sucking oxygen. And when I was a teenager, if if I wasn't out running amok, I was playing that fucker. I was playing, just yeah, like I said, it was fucking a drug.
Yeah. Hey,
And then
I've always wanted to be in a band, and
you never done it.
20 years ago, I realised I had no fucking talent. I have no fucking talent at all. I could probably do it sing, but I'd have to be just as man. I've got real bad fucking bad issues about doing shit in front of people. I'm always fuck no talent. You're gonna go up, you're gonna sing, and you're gonna like stand up. Like Chrissy Ansford did before she went like into the drum. She stood behind the drum kit, and she fucking sang behind the drum kit. You know, there was no Chrissy up front, and I know that would be me. And like,
Terry, yeah.
I just can't. Like, I would love to, and I don't understand. People say, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna play the fuck out of that good time. You know, I can't get it.
Yeah, I could totally relate, man. Like I was saying, when I was a kid, I was playing the guitar, but I couldn't perform in front of people. That came later. That came much later. So, yeah, when I'm one of those people like yourself that have a fucking horrible fear of public speaking and that sort of thing. But what happened in my part of my story is that when I was 18, I went and joined the army. And that's why I was in Townsville, bro. So I went and joined the army, and then I had no choice but to speak with conviction and confidence and all that sort of, and that's where I learnt that. And I got that sense of self-confidence from that. So when I've come out of that, I've gone, now I can start a band, because now I've got fucking, I don't have to fear, or it's still there, I still get nervous, but I take the stage and I just sort of, I tap into the circle and I become a different beast.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can get that, definitely.
Yeah, and I actually relish it now. I fucking relish it. And when the more I'm getting back from the fucking audience, the fucking you know, yeah, the nerves and that goes away pretty quickly. I'm too something. There's no more. Yeah.
Do you have one of those gigs that you can say that was shit? That was the worst gig you've ever played?
Yep. There's probably been more than one. Nah, there was one stands out to me. Was I think it might have been actually. No, it wasn't our first. I think it might have been our second Melbourne gig, and it was at the Esky. It was downstairs at the Esky. I can't think how exciting for us.
Yeah.
And it was on a weeknight, so we had to fucking race around, get our shit together, get up to the venue here in Geelong. It's a good hour plus. All the fucking around to get there on time. Got there on time. So in a fucking rush to start playing on time. The sound was fucked. There was fuck all people there, and not at no stage did I feel comfortable, and at no stage did I feel like I actually wanted to be doing it. And I think I know that would come across in the fucking shitty performance, you know. Yeah. I can tell you another story though. Like we had Our very first Melbourne gig was in Footscray at the Barking Dock. It was a massive one. It was a massive one up, like 12 hours of punk rock bands. We got an early slot, so we decided to be playing up on a mountain. We got there early, and we're in the beer garden, getting to know people and shit, and the bass player's not there. And the boys are starting to sweat. I'm like, don't worry, he'll be here. And I'm on the fucking phone with him, and I'm pacing and I'm sweating. He did something. He stood us up on our first Melbourne gig. So we ended up taking stage. Well, Speedball actually set up and let us their bass guitar. Played the motherfucker. So we delivered the set as a three-piece, and it went all right. Obviously, the second spot in the band at that very fucking moment.
Yeah, no. Fucking that.
It was brilliant.
You got to have a member of the band that came up with it. An excuse? Was there an excuse?
Yeah, there's no bad blood. Like, he might watch this interview at some station. Like, Benny, there's no bad blood. There's no bad blood. So, mate, the thing was, he was in another band. He was in another band with his brother, and I knew along at some point he was going to have to choose. The thing was the way he went about it. Like, he could have said earlier, I'm not fucking coming. I've got to do this thing with the other band. Instead of having us standing there in Melbourne sweating bullets.
Those things have turned out all right. You had someone from the Speedballs playing fucking in your band then.
Oh, no, gave me there, mate.
Oh, no.
No, it was good. And we got to know Speedball, and we had a rapport with them from that moment, of course. We drove them around afterwards, wherever they wanted to go through the bottle, wherever they were crashing, all that shit. Then they've come down to play in Geelong. I'll drive up to Balmain Airport, pick them up, and down.
Times we're playing with a Spit on Your Gravy down at the Esky. We're in Sydney, and we had 2 days to get there, and we got there, and it was amazing, man. Like the best venue, and I've only been there like 3 or 4 times in my life. But that is the best venue to ever see a band. And in your situation, it's probably the best venue to ever play in a place.
Yeah, no, she is a ripper. It's changed now, though. It's all been sort of, it's very different now. It all got sort of changed hands. They tried to kill it, I think, and then there was, like the Tote, mate, they tried to fucking kill it, and then there was public uproar. Fucking Melbourne people won't have, oh, look out, drama.
Yeah, mate, how are you?
Thanks
for being on, mate.
How are you, mate?
Matt, this is drama. This is Matt.
Hey, Matt, how are you, mate?
Well, mate, thank you for coming.
Oh, no worries. Thank you for having us.
You guys have no seat to sit on, or like you guys are just standing up? Are you all right?
Oh, because it was fucked up out in the wind, bro, We're all right here. It's all good.
And we're upstanding citizens, so in both kind of ways.
So now I'm going to ask him a couple of questions that I've already asked you. Is that all right?
Yeah, go for it.
What got you into playing music? What was the thing that did that for you?
So I grew up with a lot of good music from my mum and dad. My mum was right into Beatles, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, The Doors, Led Zeppelin, Alice Cooper, welcome to my nightmare. Thank you.
We listed the same name pretty much.
And then I think it was always a guitar laying around, just banging on it, and then there was one moment, I'm pretty sure it was the solo to Sweet Child of Mine. I've just gone, fuck, I have to play guitar. Not that I can't play that solo. I can't play any of Slash's solos or anybody's solos. Just that was the moment like I have to play music.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, no, I know exactly where you come from. And
Juzzy is actually a guitarist first. He plays drums for us.
Oh, that's right.
But he's actually a guitarist, yeah. That's his instrument. But fuck, he goes all right for a guitarist.
Yeah, I don't know. I was speaking to Murray Wiggle years and years ago. And
You were talking to him.
You know who I'm talking about, don't you? Murray Wiggle.
Yeah.
I was speaking to him at the Playroom on the Gold Coast. There was a nightclub called the Playroom. They've knocked it down to make a car park. I've got a best of it.
Talabudra Creek.
Talabudra Creek, that's right. Because I lived in Palm Beach.
Yeah, my uncle lived in Koala Park there. The one that put me onto punk rock. Yeah.
I went to primary school out at Koala Park with West Burley there.
Yeah.
At a Catholic school out there. But
Right.
yeah, room. It was a band called the Cockroaches, and I was playing,
Yeah.
and they were backing up a band that I wanted to see, or a band I wanted to see were backing up them. I can't remember. We're going back to the '80s here, and I said, Mr. Murray Little, like he wasn't Murray Little at the time, obviously, and he was drumming for them, and like he that wasn't his original instrument that he wanted to play. He ended up playing the drums for like pretty much the same kind of story as we were telling today. Their drummer didn't turn up at the time, and he ended up having to play drums for
Yeah, right.
same sort of story, the same sort of like. And he was such a lovely guy, man. Like I was only 17, 18 at the time, 86 or something.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, they
I've got a
like
story. I've got a story about the playroom.
excellent.
The uncle that put me onto punk rock, the playroom, and Frenzal Rom, all in one story. You're right. Fucking, my uncle went to the playroom to see the Cramps,
I was there.
and Frenzal was supporting.
I was there.
Fucking oath. He got backstage with the Cramps and drank Frenzal's rider. And Frenzal were less than impressed when they got fucking off the stage, as I'm sure you'd appreciate.
That was actually a bizarre thing. 'Cause we all knew that like up until I think about a week or 2 weeks before the actual gig happened, it was the Cramps and support act. That was all you knew. And like with Cramps, man, like forget about the video of the Cramps playing at the Psych Ward when years and fucking decades ago. Like we were watching the Cramps, and so we wanted to, and then yeah, it was Friends of Rom. I hadn't heard much of Friends of Rom at that stage, but
Early days, yeah.
they were fucking brilliant, man. That time and another time I saw them at Broadbeach, and it was just like you could fit 100 people in this little fucking bar, and there was about 1,000. It was like you could not, if you headbang, you'd be headbanging someone. If you had a bit of a move, it was just one big wave. And
Hectic.
things are wrong. Like they're a bunch of immature pricks. Yet they bring it out there, man. They've a live scene that kicks fucking ass.
I've seen that band more than I've seen any other band, and not fucking once. Fucking once have they failed to fucking lay it on.
Yeah, no, there is.
Oh yeah,
And that,
saw 'em
Jay,
in Townsville.
like, fuck, man.
They played a fucking council organised festival in Townsville, right?
Okay.
At the fucking stadium where the Cowboys play. I forget what it's called. Dairy Farmers, yeah. Fucking, they turned up. Oh, what was that metal band? The '90s metal band, Butterfly Effect,
Okay, yep. Weren't they
and
strong?
Frenzal, and there's some other bands, right? But the fucking gig, the festival didn't get promoted, so no cunt turned up. So you had this massive stage set up, massive fucking stadium, and fucking like 200 or 300 kids. And Frenzal just borrowed Butterfly Effect's gear and came out and said, "You kids paid for a show, and that's what you're going to get." And we stood at the front of the stage, and it was like they were in our fucking backyard, man. They played it as if there was 10,000 cunts there.
Yep, yep, yep. I can imagine. They're one of those bands that invite the crowd into their fucking space. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, yeah, and the '90s to me had a shit punk scene. And Friends with Rom, Toe to Toe, and a few others were the only like I don't know. You got like Powderfinger, I called punk in the '90s. Like, oh, let's go to Powderfinger, they're a punk band.
Oh, fuck. Fair enough, Fanny. Suck my dick.
And Greenspan, they were metal. To me, they were metal. Um, I don't know. Look, the '90s did not have the '70s, the late '70s, the '80s, and the 2000s have had the best punk scene ever. The '90s, to me, the '90s was.
Well, I guess it got a bit popified, didn't it? In many regards, mate. You know. So yeah, when you take it off the streets into the high-rise fucking apartments and fucking major labels and shit like that. Yeah, it certainly influenced the fucking the product, I guess. And
Definitely.
the whole Marbo.
Well, speaking of Friends of One, did you ever see the ad for Dreamworld?
Yeah.
Yeah, like fucking oath, man. Like, how did who was thinking this good Friends of One to do a fucking
The jingle.
Never Fun is like other than racist is probably my favorite fucking song, man. And Never Had So Much Fun. It just fitted perfectly to the Dreamworld scene. And it was fuck yeah, I want to go to Dreamworld.
Yeah. Someone posted just like yesterday. The clip of Frenzel at the fucking Arias doing it. What a cracker!
Yeah, yeah.
Blood coming out and shit. That was cool.
That was actually me.
Uh,
Are you talking about on the Australian punk side?
Oh, they fucking, I think they got they went and played on the ARIA Awards or something. I think it was
And
Never Had
they're
So Much
all
Fun.
as nurses and everything.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
said that yesterday. I,
Oh, you posted it.
and then like Jay's there singing, and
Fucking blood spurting out his neck and shit, that's right. Yeah.
they and I think that exact year, Greenspoon won the band, the Australian newest fucking band. You know what I mean? And
Oh,
you see this award being won, and then you see fucking Friends of Warm up on stage, and you think, how did these fuckers win? And this band, they're kicking fucking ass. You know what I mean?
I can tell you first-hand account, mate. I went to a gig in Townsville. I forget what the venue Playpen.
Okay, yep.
Playpen, and it was fucking Grinspoon headlining and Friends were on supported, and I watched people walk out 3 songs into Grinspoon, shaking their heads, going, "Fucking Grinspoon's got nothing on Friendsville," and they fucking walked out, mate.
No,
And he was fucking shit.
Phil.
Phil was just fuck-eyed. He had his sunnies on in the dark and just hanging off the microphone, just going, "Yeah, fucking dead cat."
yeah.
Nothing.
That's just before he gave up the drugs.
Yeah, before he got off the ice.
He should have put on the drugs, that cunt.
Probably.
I remember I went to the Warp Tour in Byron Bay.
Wicked.
And after the Warp Tour, everyone moved to the Byron Bay Hotel. And Grinspoon had just finished playing by the time we got there. And I'm sitting there and I'm talking to him, And well, we spoke for about 2.5 hours about the Stones, about this, about that, about fucking total crap. And I finally realised that the whole conversation, he was stroking my hand.
Oh,
Yeah, he was stroking my fucking hand. And I said, mate, I thought in my head, I'm a groupie, yeah. Fucking oath, I'm a groupie, but I'm not that pissed.
you're gonna have to buy me some serious fucking Long Island iced teas before you do that shit, cunt.
Just got in your back pocket, and maybe. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
give you some of that good heroin, and then we'll.
Yeah, yeah.
Not heroin, heroin. Way stronger.
My wife's just walked out and stolen my tally ho papers, so I can't have a smoke till she walks back in the room. But
That's
that's okay.
that's got to be a deal sealer.
At the start of this fucking interview, she'd gone out shopping and took the lighter with her. So I've got the toaster. I mean, that would have been like the fucking cigarette stick. And then she gets home and takes the fucking tally papers.
Nah, man.
Oh, at least you can toast your way out of a situation. If it, if things get really hard, you just fucking toast your way out. Fucking I'm out of here.
It it was actually my have you got the tally papers? Not happening, right?
There's the lighter.
There's the lighter.
This cat.
You want one more smoke? So you have a smoke.
No.
Gee, thanks, man.
I fucking will.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Oh, he's got the old fucking the old long neck,
The fucking
the brown snake. What cool?
fucking ruckman. He's on the
Have you
ruck.
watched the interviews that I've done at all?
I watched the one you did with Top Novel, man.
That was a great one.
That was really good. I wish the wind hadn't gone and fucked up the start of it. I was also nicely set up out there, and the fucking Victorian weather had other ideas. But no, cool. That interview with Toppies was great. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they were a bunch of fucking top blokes, man. Like, okay, I'll give you the in and out of the whole situation. From about 83, I started getting in the and that was just like the Clash, fucking Crass, all those sort of bands. And then I moved to Sydney and I started getting into Australian punk rock, like the Splatterheads, Space Juniors, the Hard-Ons, all those bands. And that was like every other punk country in the world. Fucking, like I really did the Australian punk scene, brilliant. And then in the 90s, after some ass fuck broke in and broke all my records in half. Like I had,
Contact.
man, it must have been someone I knew that I pissed off. I don't know, but they stole half the record. Like they broke, stole half. So this was before the internet.
Yeah.
Before the internet found me. So I had all I could do was go to a record shop and there was no effect. Bag and fucking Pennywise, Bad Religion, Diesel Boy. And so I started getting into the American and the Canadian punk rock scene. And I'm thinking, blah blah blah. And then my daughters got into the internet and they it's fucking mad, dude. I got onto the punk rock scene and the 2000s, man, has probably been the best decade of punk rock in my mind. This is my opinion that there has been.
There's a lot of good stuff going on. Fucking oath.
So,
Yeah, there is definitely a lot of good stuff. I fucking love Amel and the Sniffers, man. I fucking dig that shit.
I love them, but they're pissing me off because they won't get back to me because I really want to do an interview. And yeah, and so now I'm speaking like going, pretty please. Same with Link Meanie. I'm saying, pretty please, fucking, I love ya. I'm giving my these. I'm trying to get the Australian punk rock scene out there, but I want to have a few bands that actually, were
You
part
need,
of the punk rock scene when it first happened. You know what I mean? Not Emo, obviously, they're not that hot. But like, I remember seeing the memes when he had the long dread and fucking, trying to rape himself with a drumstick, all that sort of. And
you know what? You should hit up fucking Body Jar.
yeah, I've gone onto their site. I've gone on the Toe to Toe site, and I think maybe if the show gets a bit better and people start watching it, maybe these guys will. But I think I'm just too. No one knows about it yet, and like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to be almost so. But I'm hoping because like I'd love to speak to Lynn. I'd fucking reckon that would be one hell of a fucking interview, man.
For
But
sure.
definitely.
Well, you could check out some of our local mates as well, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
We've supported and we do support fucking some bands that have been playing like down here, Melbourne scene and that fucking for a long time, you know. Half Pints from Geelong, Kmart Warriors from Footscray. We're playing with they're supporting our fucking EP launch in a couple of weeks. Kmart Warriors are great. Fucking Dickie and the guys.
All hope.
All Hope Remains from fucking Surf Coast. Yeah.
They are just next level. They're stadium level fucking skate punk. You just sit there and go, you guys should be playing fucking MCG in front of 100,000 people. They're just that precise, and it's like I swear, the fucking bass player singer, when he walks, his balls tick.
2-4.
2-4. Just straight like a metronome, just the nutsack going tick, 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 tick.
And they're fucking awesome dudes. They'd be up for it, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
It's sort of like we don't have enough time or energy or as much time or energy as we'd love to put into the Esky. We're busy taking it all out of the Esky, if you know. But we've all got jobs and kids and stuff. But you look at like those guys are a neck level, you know. They're neck level. We look up to them and we see what they're doing. We go, fuck, they're smashing.
Yeah. They'll play to, say, 100 people here, but then they go to Japan, they're playing in front of thousands, and Japan actually gets them. And they're like, fuck. But with Melbourne, you got so much music, and Victoria, and I was like, oh, yeah.
We're spoiled for choice down here. That's the thing. Like, you can't, you can't impress people in Melbourne, man. They've seen everything.
Well, the Melbourne music scene for the last 30, 40 years is mainly jazz. Like, Melbourne love their jazz. Like, I know.
Got everything.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got everything. Like I said, we're spoiled. People, the Melbourne public is spoiled for choice.
Hey, another famous.
And the Melbourne punk scene is fucking awesome. It is. Yeah. So we hope to, like I said, tap into it a bit more. There's not enough venues in Geelong, which is fucked because the population of Geelong has fucking boomed in the last 20 years. But they took one of the state government took a heap of funding out of the arts and out of the arts budget, man. And so, like, the Geelong scene was really healthy in the 90s, 80s and 90s. But we've still only got the Bowen Club, despite the fact that our population has fucking boomed beyond belief. We've still only got one fucking dedicated rock and roll venue. And do you think we can compete with the likes of fucking, Friends of Rhyme or Amel and the Sniffers to get a gig on a Friday or Saturday night in our fucking home city? Nah. We will play at the Bowen Club if we are lucky enough to get a support slot.
Well, hey, Dan fucked that all up for you, didn't he?
What's that, brother?
Dictator Dan.
He'll come good.
Yeah. Also, government's got fucking we had Kennett, we had Steve Bracks, all of them just go and sell off the utilities, sell out school, shut things down, and then we're all sitting there going, what the fuck? And then the next government gets in, then blames the last government, and then they fuck up more. The next government comes in and blames that government. It's just
there's no continuity or. The only continuity is continuity. You can rely upon that. You can fucking bank on it.
And they get a pension for the rest of their lives for fucking up the state. It's like, thank you.
That's a bit of bitching, but like seriously, in a city the size of Geelong, like fucking Townsville, bro. Townsville has more fucking rock and roll venues than Geelong does. It's fucking half the size.
Yeah. I left Townsville in '85. I left Townsville, and I back then the bands I was seeing were the Angels.
Nice.
The Vinyls, I listen to the Vinyls at least 3 or 4 songs a day. Like I'm just
the Vinyls.
And
if you ask me, the music might not have been, but Chrissy was punk as fuck.
Well, she's from Geelong.
She's from Geelong.
Yeah.
But fucking oath. A lot of great bands fucking have come out of Geelong. Particularly in the 90s. The Geelong scene in the 90s was fucking Richter. You had
Board.
Yeah. Board, fucking Magic Dirt, the Warped.
Yep.
Fucking heaps. And, there was fucking people from reps from Sub Pop hanging out in Geelong in fucking the 90s because it was deemed to be the next fucking Seattle.
Well, God, am I wrong in saying God was from Geelong?
God himself, yeah. Gary Ablett Sr.
Yes.
And the son of God recently retired. Yeah.
The band God though, yeah. My Pal, what a song.
Oh, and the what got me actually thinking about it was when you said Magic Dirt, because they done a great fucking cover, man.
How cracking is that cover?
I haven't fucking heard it.
Yeah, I've sent them through the group chat.
Doesn't mean I listen to it. I don't listen to anything you send through.
It's pretty much where they've actually now it's Magic Dirt song. They've owned it. They've just done that good a version. Like Hendrix when he done All in the Watch Shower. He's like Bob Dylan. That's my song now. Fuck you.
Yep. It's like
every fucking Melbourne rock and roll band does a cover of fucking that song, don't they?
Yeah, My Pal.
Yeah.
And it's like you're walking down the main street of Sydney City, and there's buskers around, and you go, "Oh, great, Bob Dylan's knocking on heaven's door," and they go, "Knocking on heaven, aye." Come on, boys, come on.
Axel couldn't do that one.
Razors own fucking.
I think you know what time it is.
Like you just destroyed one of the best songs ever written.
And then it has some random cock doctor reggae breakdown. Yeah, the live version. some reggae. Fuck off.
Actually, the other night I was thinking, I'll bring this up. I wanted to put a song on the Australian punk site, and I'm thinking of it. I was trying to think of a star song that would really fit the song, and I did Desmond Decker's Israelites. I know if you've ever heard the Israelites.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, and then it just blew me away because, like, I'm a big Rancid fan, and it fucking blew the fuck out of me. Tim actually sings about Desmond Becker and the Israelites, kind of thing, and I'm thought, oh my god, like it's all going in one big circle, like because Rancid, they like their stuff. Like you can't say, no, these guys are nothing, you know what I mean?
I love it. I love it too, bro.
And they're like Rancid are just the most amazing, fucking amazing. They're if you had to pick an Australian band that was on the same wavelength as Rancid, I'd go for me the Eastern Dark. Like and Eastern Dark didn't even play Star, but they
What's he saying?
just Eastern Dark. Heard of the Eastern Dark?
Eastern. Nah, bruh. No.
Bill Gibson. It was Bill Gibson from the Smelly Tongues. He did. Okay, we're going back too many years. So, guys, what would you? And this is the first off question I've never asked anybody in these interviews, and I'm going to bring it up now. What would you say to someone, young fella, wanting to get into the scene? What advice would you give them?
I'm going to hand this one to Drama because his young fella is in that very situation, and they're getting a slot with us at our EP launch, fucking the break in Geelong on the 26th of this month. What are you going to say? What have you said to your boy, bro?
He's already being himself. He's not being a stereotype where he has to wear a certain uniform in order to be metal or punk, or has to have a mohawk, or has to have 85 piercings and spikes on his jacket. His first gig, he had fishnets on his hands and arms, and I couldn't even teach him that. Let's just be yourself.
Yeah.
That's what music is, ideally, for myself and for him. As I've shown a couple of things, and he's just run with it. It's like, just go and be yourself, write your own stuff. What sounds good to you will sound good to someone else, and just have fun.
Definitely.
You made, just have fun.
That's a big one. Yeah, do it for yourself. And I've always said since I started the band fucking way back, I've always said this is a selfish endeavour, and if you're not fucking getting what you need for yourself out of it, then fucking step off. Someone else will take your spot. You know, seriously, it's a selfish endeavour because you're not. We're doing it for ourselves first. We're doing it because we love it. It gives us. It's fucking our church, man. It gives us so much release and relief and joy and fucking
belief as well.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. And so do it for yourself. And if you're going to do it for yourself, well then fuck, exactly as Justin said, fucking don't wear a uniform. Fucking do it your way. And if other people happen to fucking jump on and like it, that's just a bonus. Yeah. Every single person that says, I dig what you're doing, or fucking that was a good set, I fucking dig your sound, or dig your EP, fucking whatever. Every fucking compliment, we cherish it, we appreciate it, but it's just a bonus because I'm doing this because I love it, and we're doing it our fucking way, yeah? There's no fucking money. It owes us fucking thousands of dollars. We just fucking went and recorded, mixed, and mastered an EP. We got fucking Lindsay Gravina to fucking master it, man. Like Gravina's done, as I'm sure you are aware, the Psycho, Magic Dirt, The Living End, fucking every cunt who's worth their salt. And he even did us. We'll just fucking yeah. So we're investing in it for us. There's no fucking money. It's eventually one day it might hopefully break even. You know.
Yep, definitely. Yeah.
If there's money being made, it's
Not doing what we do.
It's as if we could just go, hey, let's just play in a cover band. So everyone, cover bands are popping $500 to $1,000 each gig.
Well, hey,
Other people's music, like, there's no fun in that.
I could go play my guitar at fucking. I could go dust up on my shit and go finger pick at weddings, man.
Yeah.
And I can get like $1,500 a fucking throw. But what sort of that would be shit house.
Yeah, you're copying someone else. It's just like, well.
And how fucked was the COVID? How fucked was that? I actually went and saw the fucking Veronica. I could go to a live fucking gig. But you know, the good thing about it, the headliner was Hoodoo Gurus. And they played it was fucking excellent.
I fucking love the Gurus, man.
And they still got it? They still good live?
For sure.
Oh, brilliant. Like there's a film called it was called the I-98 Convoy. It was kids with cancer. The Wollongong, they have this festival on each year. It's to raise money for kids with cancer. And the Hoodoo Gurus were the last band. And if you look it up on YouTube, they walk out on stage and you hear this guy go, "Love you, Dave." And that's me. And he put this big smile on, and they played all their first two albums. Like they played Wow, Wipeout, and like they did all that. Because I was yelling out, "Play 1,000 Miles."
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't play it. They wanted to play their old shit and get everyone going. And it was like what the Veronicas. It was all like the bands were there to raise money for cancer.
Pay that.
And the Veronicas were like, my wife was talking to the guy at the I've been asking for free fucking, what are they called, the little what are they, prawns, free prawns. Like they were asking for free shit.
Anal beads, titty clamps, yeah.
Exactly. And Dave comes out and he goes, "Oh, these guys are eating seafood back there and we're drinking fucking tea out of a
thermos.
a 750 glass." And I'm no, that was fucking brilliant, man.
Yeah, nice.
And
I'll have to look it up.
like they actually filmed, they did Wow Wipeout, and they filmed it at Wollongong Hospital. And you got all the nurses dancing and all this sort of shit.
Awesome.
Man. Check it out. Like
We'll do.
YouTube, I-98, Hoodoo Girl. It was fucking excellent. But like I said before, just to see a fucking live act because of COVID, I want to see Veronicas. If there's no live bands, I want to see a live band.
I can fucking top that. I can fucking top that, Matty. We'd not seen a live band for so long. My fiancée Julia, she's a metalhead. Her favourite band is Iron Maiden. She took me to see Maiden at fucking Rod Laver and shit. I was like, I've got something in store for you, baby. We're going out tonight. It was just like, it's just finished. There's actually, and I fucking searched to find a fucking live gig to go and see. Guess what I took her to, man? Bon Jovi tribute show in the car park at the fucking in the car park at what was that joint? Fucking halfway out of town sort of joint.
All the cock.
All the cock.
Yeah.
Can I ask, was he just as bad as John Bon Jovi?
Oh well, he was worse because he was this massive fucking dude, right? This massive, European-looking dude, fucking sleeve tattoo shit, and he actually sings in serious fucking metal bands, and he just does the Bon Jovi show for cash, which it would fucking bring him. It'll bring him more cash than his original metal band for sure, you know.
Pussy.
Cash and pussy. I wasn't old pussy. It was old. There was some old fucking battle just fucking feeling his legs and shit. He's like, I'm not actually John. They didn't know. They're all munted on fucking vino by this stage. Oh, fuck, it was hilarious. But yeah, she took me to Mate and I took her to the Bon Jovi tribute show.
He gets
Right there. There's a punk song.
Valentine's present. Like, she would have been dirty, man.
Oh, she's got a sense of humour, thank Christ, and an extremely bad judge of character. That's why we're getting married.
to go see one of the best bands in the world, and you took her to go see one of the worst bands in the world.
The worst. And she still accepted my proposal.
There's a keeper.
I dig the Baker Boy.
Yep. And have you
Juzzy likes hip hop more than I do. Definitely, I'm in a step.
I'd say Briggs, Indigenous hip hop fella. But before that's all old school. Ice-T, Public Enemy, NWA. That all fits in with metal, and then you get together, you get Body Count.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, fucking Body Count's my absolute jam. It's just one of the first album is just like easily top 5 albums of all time, easy.
About a month ago, I watched a live concert of Body Count on YouTube.
Yeah.
And, like, Ice-T is just like one of the most amazing frontmen. Like, he's just essence that poured out from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's like 6 foot bigger than what his physical size is. His presence, he's just a massive weapon. He's done the whole system. So he's done hip hop, talking about girls and drugs and guns and all that. Then he's done Body Count, where he's talked about being a cop killer. Then he's gone into the fucking actual TV and played a cop.
Playing the cop, yeah.
He's like, I've got the whole system done.
I've got actually a recording of him doing Cop Killer, and he sings in I played one on TV. Like, it was like, oh, fucking oath.
Yeah, he's done all that, guy. He's got a porn star as a wife as well. How do you do it? You go, I'm singing about killing cops, I'm going to play a cop on TV, and I'm going to go back to singing about killing cops.
Yep.
For an African American in LA, fucking hell, that's
done some shit.
So what? Have you heard of much of MGK, Machine Gun Kelly?
I've heard the name.
I've heard the name.
Hey, my kids introduced me to him, and I hated it. And then he started putting out this fucking rock that, like, check him out. He does a song called with his girl, that Megan Fox, Bloody Valentines. He does that, and he does another song called 27. Well, this kid, he's only like 24, 25, and he was and like I don't usually like people go, "Oh, you into hip hop?" I go, "No." And I really dig this guy, man. He's fucking happening, and he does. Unfortunately, he does what a lot of the old musicians are doing now: get their kids up on stage and this is my kid. We're going to sing a song together, like Foo Fighters kind of shit. But he did that, and it worked out so fucking perfectly, man. So check out Machine Gun Kelly. You'll like it.
Yeah, cool. Will do.
So you got what is if you had to pick a lineup that you guys are going to play out of already asked. I don't know if I've asked this question because I've done this. You're my third interview today, so I'm not quite sure if I've done this question with you or not. If you had to pick a lineup, have I done this?
Yeah, you asked me earlier. Yeah.
Oh, so I didn't ask him, did I? I didn't ask
You
him.
can ask drama. He's got no dramas.
So I get to use the question again. That's magic.
So, how many have?
What would you be your favourite lineup if you had to go
Living, dead, just anyone or current?
living, dead, fucking
All right. Oh, fucking well.
Dream lineup.
Yeah. Hendrix, Sabbath, Metallica, Pennywise.
wow.
Fuck, who else? You put me on the spot here. I'm on the heat.
That's what I'm supposed to do, isn't it?
Yeah, just
Wow.
fuck, yeah, put Body Jar in there.
Wow.
Fucking who else? Oh,
Midnight Oil.
Oils, yeah, for sure. Fucking Aaron.
Favorite song of all time, other than Boys in Town from the Divinyls, is Powder Works.
Oh yeah, yep.
Favorite song of like I wouldn't thank you. I wouldn't. I love it. I just fucking love how he's done it. I love.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got oils on vinyl at home, and one of my go-tos every time on YouTube.
Yep.
Midnight Oil.
Excellent.
Water when they play in Botany Bay there.
Yep.
84, and then they play Horton Pavilion 83, and they are ball shredding. They're just absolute weapon of a band.
I saw him up in the Spit on the Gold Coast. They had a place called the Spit. I saw Nirvana and Violent Femmes there one time as well.
Wow.
And it was like televised. It was on. I think they actually had it televised on Channel 7. And it was just the maddest gig that I'd ever been to be quite honest. But I'm not actually much of a Oils fan, but like I love Powder Works. Powder Works, that album, that song, fucking brilliant, man.
Yeah.
But can you believe what's your input? Like the guy saying so much about Indigenous people, mining, all this sort of shit, and then he becomes a politician, and then bends over the whole fucking thing he did and fucks it straight up. He like everything he's saying about he just sexually assaulted.
No.
Are you on the same page? Do you agree with me on that one, or
No, because the whole band was political. It wasn't just Peter Garrett. It was political. The whole band was, and he had his nuclear disarmament party back in '84. So he's always, I think, he was even studying law before he joined the band.
Student, yeah.
Definitely.
So it kind of went hand in hand, and there's a good documentary on one of the streaming services in 84, and it goes through when he was going through politics and when the Oils were playing, and he's like, I'm not starting this political party to promote my band.
Yeah.
Using my band to promote.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the dude was a fucking massively dedicated political activist from
Definitely.
from
100.
from the get go. Yeah, he used the oils as a platform, of course. What else? Well, you know, it makes sense. Fucking Jello Biafra was a political activist and used the DKs, you know, as a platform. At some point, like this is a very astute and educated man we're talking about. At some point, he like, how do you affect change? Like, how do you affect real change? I believe he saw you would have seen an opportunity. He had the fucking chops, he had the skills, he had the profile to go into fucking politics and actually fucking try and affect some change. You can fucking scream about shit on stage all fucking day, man, till you're blue in the face as we do. But to actually get in there and have a fucking speak, have your voice heard in that house of fucking parliament, right?
the boys' club.
The fucking boys' club as it is, yeah. And like that's no mean feat, man, for a fucking political activist and a fucking rock and roll dude who's done nothing but stir the shit. To gain that sort of access and have some sort of like he got to have a crack at it, you know. I fucking don't want to go too hard, but you can bet your bottom dollar that before he walked through those doors, he got a pretty serious fucking brief, you know. And you know what happened, man? They fucking they didn't like his agenda, and they fucking they pinned some bullshit on him, yeah, about the fucking what was it?
The
insulation bullshit. It had nothing to do with that. They fucking they scapegoated him for that with that, and fucked him off, man. And that I know he had a small office up there in Sydney, right? He had a small, simple office, like sort of street front sort of thing, and you had cunts coming up and leaving fucking gutted pigs on his fucking doorstep and shit. Like,
I've heard that.
he was not living or being one of these fat fucking politicians that we fucking, you know and fucking despise.
$1,000 boy.
He was having a fair fucking crack, and he was trying within the system that exists to have some influence, dude. That's what I believe. Like I you know, fucking hell. Everyone's got opinions, but that's what I believe.
Hey, honestly, can I say something? You've actually made me feel like rethinking my views. You know what I mean? What you're saying, I'm really getting a feel about. Yeah, you're actually. I can understand.
Sweet, man. Awesome. You know, everyone's entitled to their opinions and think, oh, it's easy to go, oh, he turncoat and politician. No. There's an old saying, dude, if you can't fucking beat them, join them. And fucking beat them at their own game.
Yeah.
You listen to that guy speak, mate. In his closing address to fucking Parliament, he outspeaks any one of those cocksucking motherfuckers. He just wiped the floor with all of them on his closing speech. He was better at their game than they fucking ever will be.
Hey, you know what? I'd put him as Australia's fucking iced tea.
Yeah, no, you've really got me. You got me thinking now. Like I'm really gonna go back and
Is
and
a couple of assholes like us going to get a chance to fucking affect change like that? No, we can scream about the things that burn our piss on stage, and we will, and we'll keep doing it. But this guy actually fucking action, man.
And he actually got it. So if you have a look at what he actually, when he was in office and what he got over the line,
yeah,
shit.
He got heaps of good shit over the line, environmental issues and all that shit that he was always passionate about and spruiking, you know?
Yeah, it's a shame the media wants to fucking paint him in a certain picture that they do, and then everyone just goes, "Oh yeah, the news told me he's a sellout." So
the powers that be were really only ever going to tolerate so much fucking shit from the kid, you know? And I imagine, I just think, I've thought about it a lot, man. The day that guy was inducted or whatever, however it goes down, I can just imagine some of the messages that would have been sent to him, like in no uncertain terms, you're in the big boys club now, mate, and this is how it rolls. You can take your fucking midnight oil and fuck off.
It's the way you're going to be.
This is how it goes down here. Well, he would have known before he started, though. He's just like I said, a very erudite and astute fucking individual. But he had to have a crack, and fucking I say.
The same happened with John from Red Gun. Like he brought out all this political shit, political, and then got into politics. I think it was the mayor of Perth or something. I don't, or it was something. And yeah, I get what I really do. I can understand what you guys are coming up with now.
Cool, man.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah.
Jello Biafra ran for fucking governor of California.
Yeah, exactly.
He actually fucking, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he actually, had a fair crack at it. Even as berserk as some of his ideas might have been for the, particularly for the average Joe, he actually had a fair fucking crack at it. And you know how intelligent that guy is. He would have had some awesome policies and shit like that if he was given half a chance, but they won't have, what's the word? They won't have transgressives.
Yeah.
They just won't have transgressives, man. They're not going to allow it. It's time. It's a big old boys club, you know? And that's the way they like it, and that's the way they'll fucking do their best to fucking hang on to that shit. So we'll just pin some stuff about insulation bats because it happened under Peter Garrett's watch. Fucking, his political career is done.
Yeah.
As Juzzy correctly stated, he did while he was in office. He got some really big cards over the line.
Oh, for sure. And now you've got me 100% thinking, man. Like I'm going to be fucking in out tonight. I'm actually taking the kids out tonight to this fucking trampoline place. Flip out. It's like the kids, they just get the gun bounce around. And I know I'm going to be sitting there for most of the night thinking, fuck. That's, yeah. You've just fucked in my head so badly.
Hey, this is what happens when you get in the Esky.
Yeah.
You started it, Matt.
Yeah.
You started it.
Anyway, the bar's about to start. Thank you so much for being here. Anyway.
Hey, Matt. We'd just like to thank you so much for having us on, man.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And that's extended from the other boys in the band as well. Paddy and Woody can't be here, but they extend their gratitude. So thanks so much for inviting us, man. It's been good yarns, brother.
Thank you for fucking taking up the challenge, man. I really appreciate it.
And keep up keep up the good work.
Keep up the good work, man.
Need more stuff like this. More people exposing music and on it. So no, thank you very much.
Good thing you're doing, bro. And if you like, I will send you some references for some of our bands as well.
I'm heading out hungover cause there's things I've got to do. I've got no time to sleep it off, but it's great hanging out with you. Sharing drinks and sharing laughs, the stories and the lies. And if the cops come calling, you're my alibi. Cause I'm heading out hungover, there's things I've got to do. But if I could, you know I would stay hanging out with you. Yes, if I could, you know I would keep hanging out with you. Laughing, walking, singing, talking, and all that we could do. Share some laughs over the past and finding out what's new. Yes, if I could, you know I would keep hanging out with you.